Hey there everybody, this is Nicole. So I've been doing some batch filming, and today we are going to be doing some unboxing of some yarn that I got from Hobie. And yeah, I wanted to share with you what I got. I have a backlog of some yarn, and mainly because I was holding on to them because several of you have asked for some premium yarn mystery boxes, and so I have held on to some of these kinds of yarns so that I can put them in the boxes. I'll try to remember to put the link for that video because I have them for sale now. So then you can go ahead and take a look and see if you are able to purchase one, because like I said, several of you have been asking for them, and I'm hoping that I can get a couple of sales because there are only a handful that are available for sale. So in any case, my name is Nicole. If I came up on your recommended for you on your feed, this is my channel. I talk about yarn hauls, I talk about mystery bags, which the mystery bags are my favorite. And then I also talk about art therapy and how that helps people cope with mental health and self-care and all of that stuff. And I also had made a conscious decision to alter my filming schedule so that I could have a little bit more of me time, because I haven't been feeling that well, but we're getting there. Don't worry about me. I'll be okay. There's nothing to be concerned about. So I also talk about mental health, mental wellness, and the importance of self-care. I also talk about chronic illness, chronic pain, and how to cope with it, and how art therapy like crocheting, resin art, knitting, or whatever it is that you like to do helps with dealing with all of these things all together. Because for those of you who may not know, when you have a mental illness, it does affect you physically and vice versa. So I'm here to educate, not to complain, but to educate. And for those of you who maybe don't have to deal with it, or maybe you have a loved one who does have these issues and want to learn a little bit more, and we inject some of the fun with the yarn and with doing yarn hauls and doing the resin stuff. And I also I just like hanging out with you guys. And then I also have my segment, which I think a lot of people like, which is the quiet crafting with Nicole. So far I've done a lot of resin stuff, and I am slowly working up to crocheting, because I do know how to crochet. It's just there's a lot of nerves when it comes around to that, because yeah, anyway, I will be doing that as well when it comes to that segment, so that because the whole point of that segment is like me sitting with you in your living room or in your craft room or whatever. You work on your thing, I work on my thing, and I'm just kind of us chit-chatting and talking about whatever it is. And then sometimes I've done live, sometimes I've done pre-recorded, and then it's just relaxing. And that's what I've gotten as far as that particular segment is that they've a lot of people have said that it is very, very relaxing, and that they have found that is something that they really enjoy, and that while doing the yarn hauls is fun, that having this segment is also something that is very soothing and very enjoyable as well. So I like having different things segments and doing a lot of other things other than just talking about yarn. So or just talking about resin. So yeah, there's lots of things that I like to do other than just, you know, those types of things. So today is going to be, I had ordered this a couple of weeks ago, is a order from Hobie, and I love them. They're fantastic. I know that they can be a little bit on the pricey side, but I do love their yarn. They have very quality yarn, and a way to get some of their yarn is if you order my mystery boxes, because this is the kind of yarn that I would be putting in my premium mystery boxes. So let's go ahead and open up and see what I ordered, because I don't remember what I ordered. Okay, so it looks like I ordered a bunch of cake yarn, which doesn't surprise me because I love cake yarns. Okay, so I thought I ordered a mystery bag, but it looks like I didn't. Anyhow, that's not a big deal. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it either way. So the first one is one that I have not, this is something I have not ordered before. It's called Hurricane, and it's 100% acrylic. It's 200 grams or 634 yards. It's a 3 light, and let's see, and it's color 2, and it's this marbled grape and white color, and it is very, very squishy, and I love the color. So it's called Hurricane. I love the hurricane on the side there. So that's what I got, that. And then I got a dahlia, and this one, which I always love, Hobie has their easy starts, and this one is gray in the center, and it goes to kind of a peach, hot pink, and then back out to a very dark gray, if you can see there. And this one is 800 meters, 874 yards, and it's a 2 fine, and it is color number 2. I really like that. I really like pink and gray together. Really like it. So it's dahlia. I don't know what it is about cake yarns, but I really love cake yarns. All right, next one. So I really like this line. This is the Honolulu line, and it's 52% cotton, 48% acrylic. And this one actually says World of Yarn, if you can see it. And it is white in the center, gray, and then black. And this one is a 2 fine, 800 meters or 874 yards, and it's color 1. And actually, I take it back. It's so I don't know if you can see it if I hold it up closer. So it's white, and then it's gray, but it's not all gray. It looks like it's a mixture of gray and maybe a taupe in there. It gets kind of blurry, but there's a little bit of taupe in there, and then it goes into a darker gray and then black. So that's this. So that's the Honolulu. And then this one is another dahlia, and this one I really like because of the vibrant colors. So this one is 100% cotton, 200 grams or 800 meters, 874 yards. It's a number 2 fine, and let's see, it's color number 7. I like this because it's so vibrant. It's I guess like a fuchsia color, and then it's a coral, peach, and this aqua or turquoise color. And I love turquoise because you know my favorite color is blue. Any shade of blue. And then of course there's Easy Start. So if you notice, this one says Hobie, and then the Honolulu says World of Yarn. And I'm assuming it's because of this here. Okay, so this one is a twister. This one is 55% cotton, 45% acrylic, and it is 1,000 meters or 1,093 yards. Can do some serious damage with this one. Number 2 fine, and it's color number 4. I don't, oh, and look, I've got a candy. Although I did find a dupe, so not to worry. Once I eat that, I still have lots. Luden's Wild Cherry Throat Drops. That has been my saving grace. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's a marled purple and lavender, and which then goes to marled lavender to light blue, marled light blue to turquoise, and then marled turquoise to black. And it's funny because if you look this side, it's all marled. This side, the purple is solid. Let me see. I don't see the Easy Start. It's there. It's just kind of in the middle there. So the Easy Start's right there. So that's what that looks like. And so this is the twister. And then I've got another Honolulu. And this one is 52% cotton, 48% acrylic, 2 fine, 800 meters, 874 yards. And it's color number 8. And it is this kind of like taupe peach color, and then I don't know if you would call this like a dusty pink, and then a brick red, and then a light gray. And then the Easy Start looks like it's kind of buried underneath the tag there. So it's a Honolulu. And all of these will go into mystery boxes. It's not necessarily stuff that I'm going to keep for myself. I might keep maybe 1 or 2. Probably, if anything, I would keep this, because this would be something that I would be able to easily work with and make something into, because of the weight of the yarn. But these I might give as a part of the monetization party, stuff like that. So there's so many things that I can use it for. I can use it for mystery boxes, giveaway prizes for the monetization party. So these are all things that I'm going to be using this stuff for. So there's so many possibilities, even though I'd love to just like keep all of it. And then the last one, like actually let me so I did sign up for the Hobie Plus. So the nice thing about Hobie Plus is you get 10% off your price, or your total price, so your total price, you get 3 free patterns that you normally would have to pay for. You get double points, and then usually you get a free gift. So my free gift are these shawl pins. So this is something that I probably wouldn't ever use, so I probably would put this in as a part of a prize for the monetization party. And again, like I said, I usually, when it comes to stuff like this, I put it all back in the bag that it comes into, so you know where everything is at. So let me see if I can give you names to go with the colors. So this is the hurricane, is called Galaxy Glaze. Although I don't get where Galaxy Glaze comes from, but oh, I'm sorry. This one is called Orchid. My mistake. This is Orchid. That makes more sense. Okay, Twister number 4. So this one is Galaxy Glaze. That makes more sense. Okay, so far all the dahlias, I do not have any, there is no names to go with the colors. It's just the numbers. The Honolulu, the number 1, which is this one, is called Pearl Diver, which makes a lot of sense because sometimes it seems like where do they come up with some of these names? But this definitely makes sense, Pearl Diver, because this to me would be the pearl. And then this one is number 8. This is Tiki. And then of course I got the shawl pins. That was my free gift. And then because I have I forgot this. This is, I got another dahlia. This one is 100% cotton, 800 meters, 874 yards. It's number 2 fine, and it's color number 3. I like this because it's pastels. I don't mind pastels. I find that all colors have a place somewhere, because sometimes there's a color that you might not like, but will go into a specific project, and you're like, hey, that makes the project pop more. And so while you may not like the color as a standalone color, but if you add the color to a project you're working on, it will make the project even more beautiful. So I don't necessarily say I hate that color as a standalone, because you never know, a shawl, a bag, a cardigan, or whatever it is, if you add that color to the color scheme you're working on, will make the whole entire project come together if you add it. And if you say you take it out, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I kind of like it because it has all the colors that I'm used to, that's like my color palette. But if I add, like for me, if say I do all different shades of blue, but say if I add a little bit of like maybe a green or a gray, it might make the project even more gorgeous. So that's how I look at colors. I don't always say like, oh, I don't like it because it's not something I necessarily gravitate towards. I look at it as I may not necessarily love the color. I like the color because there might be a project that I want to work on, or somebody might have a project that they might want to work on, and they're like, hey, I remember getting XYZ color, and if I add it, it's gonna make the project even more gorgeous. So try to think of that when you're working on a project that, you know, maybe you're comfortable in staying within, you know, your comfort zone, and maybe taking a little bit of a step outside of that comfort zone and picking a color that makes sense, obviously, and see what happens when you add it to the project. And you never know, it might make that project even more gorgeous than it already is, because I know you guys are super talented out there that make fantastic, wonderful things. And like even adding beads or the edgings and stuff like that, like adding an edging to a blanket or to a shawl or whatever it is in a different color might make that particular shawl or blanket like say, wow, that's just like even more amazing than it already is. So that's the way I always look at it. So anyhow, so I do like pastels. Pastels are always fun. It doesn't always mean babies, doesn't always mean baby blankets, doesn't always mean baby clothes. So I picked this one out. This is another dahlia. Like I said, it's 100% cotton, and this one is color number 3, and it's yellow. So it's got a pale yellow, mint green, a baby blue, lavender, and then the baby pink. And I like this, I really do, because like if you were to say pair this with let's see, with this, I think would go get well together, or even this. See how like the gray kind of offsets all of the rest of the colors, or even this. The black makes the pastels kind of pop together. So kind of think of that when you're, you know, putting your colors together. Okay, so, and then the last thing I got with my points, because I look in the points shop and I try to see if there's any new yarns or whatever in it. So I have never bought sock yarn before. I know, right? I've never bought sock yarn before. So these 2 skeins I bought with my points. So these are called Happy Toes, 75% wool, 25% polyamide, and so it's superwash wool, and it is color number 2. And let's see, it's a 1 super fine, 200 meters or 218 yards, and it is lavender, fuchsia, gray, and a grape purple. So I got 2 skeins because I think it said that 1 makes 1 sock. Not great at making socks, but I know that just because it says sock yarn doesn't mean that you have to make socks with them. So anyhow, I really like these. These are really great. This would go well with this too. So I'm happy that I got my candy, and I'm happy with all of the yarn that I picked out. So like I said, some of these yarns will go into mystery boxes, the premium mystery boxes. Some of the yarn will be prizes for my monetization party. Some of them I will keep. And you just never know. But I hope that you enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. Still waiting to hear from Hobie, because I'm out here. And I always love getting their stuff. It's always hard, like, where like you, I don't know if any of you run into this, where you like, you add stuff to your cart, you add and you add and you add, and you're like, holy crud, I've got like $400 worth of stuff. So that's what happened with me. So I had to like cut back some of the things that I had in there. Because I want to buy a couple of other things for the monetization party. It might not be quite as big as the 1,000 subscriber party, but either way, I hope you guys have a lot of fun when it happens. So until next time, I will talk to y'all later, and don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and hit that like button, because you're always welcome here, and I love you guys all so much. Bye-bye.